Ooh, that's a nasty looking spider. He must have been just underneath the pedestal there, and I got him, sprayed him with the stuff, and he came running out. Cool beans. I'm almost done. Tonight's refreshment brought to you by Magic Hat. This is another one from that variety pack. The October variety pack with some Halloween stuff in it. This is high number 9. I'm not sure. It's an IPA. I don't normally care for IPAs. I really like that Jinx that I found in this pack, which was a Scotch ale, I think it said. So I'll have to look into that. Hopefully that's not one of those ones that they just came up with for a short period of time. Back to work. Actually, I think I already got that top area well enough. Just hadn't done this. Straight stuff. This totally awesome cleaner has an odor very familiar to me. I don't know. Can't place it, but I'll tell you. This smells just like something else I've used. I think it smells just like a household cleaner, but I can't put my finger on it. Maybe I'll ask the missus to take a whiff. See if she knows it. Alright. I like it. Alright. One more little spot of cleaning I want to take care of. Alright, I don't know what this stuff is, but it's pretty gummy, and doesn't seem like that stuff is really doing much. Yeah, whatever it was, it took that whole layer of paint with it. That could have even been chewing gum. You know, when chewing gum is on the sidewalk, after a while it starts to look like that. That was about the consistency of chewing gum. Alright, we'll call that clean. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the precision machine surface that the turret actually rests on. So it pivots on this pin in the middle, but it's supported really by this. So this is a 1-2-3 block that I picked up somewhere, and it's got a nice polished smooth surface, so that's why I'm using it. To show you that as I go around the edge here, there are a couple spots here and there where it gets a little rough, and what that is that's on the edge here. There's just some very tiny little dings in that, and there's nothing there that I'm going to get too excited about. However, let me zoom in on this. I don't know how well that's going to come out, but right here, some moron, okay, it was me, ding this pretty good right here, and it's a pretty good ding, and I think it's actually lifted this edge of metal. So yeah, that really, it's kind of catching all around in the very spot right there. See it? See how it's stopping dead there? So that's going to be a problem. So I want to try and address that before I put the turret on. Alright, so my first thought was, I've got some of these stones. Stones, man, the stones! Anyways, so my first thought was I would just use a stone and rub this, but now I can feel, when I run the stone across it, I could feel that that's actually a more significant little deformation I've caused in than I thought. As I rub with the stone across here, you can actually see the white here and the white here, and then this whole area right here, the stone's just going right over it. Now the good news is, it's only at the edge. So all this back here is in the same plane. So what I did was I just lifted this edge here. So I think I've done enough damage that I'm not gonna just be able to rub it out with this stone. Alright, so I'm just gonna try and use this file to knock down this edge. This is a finer file. That feels better. Nope. Let me see if I can get some stronger light on the subject and some magnification. Yeah, I can see the deformity pretty clearly now. Right. Can see right where I dinged it. By the way, I think I did this actually when I was lowering. I was lowering something, maybe the turret or the ram, and it swung and just kissed this edge. It only took like one or maybe two taps. But I can see that area right there is where my problem is. So that's actually dented that and deformed this metal and made a little ridge right there. So that's the deal there. There's a second one here, but it's much smaller. That's where the gist of my problem is right now. Yeah, right there, it's stopping right there. Alright, and I really need a metal scraper. Right now somebody's saying, I can't believe this guy's using a 1, 2, 3 block to scrape metal. Well, this 1, 2, 3 block was a freebie because it's a single, there's no pair. Not only that, but it's, I think if memory serves me and I measured it, it's not exactly a 1, 2, 3 block. It's, I think it was somebody's shop project and never got finished. Oh, ouch. I'll tell you, the corner's sharp. I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, there's another spot back here. Not bad. Alright, that seems good. So go around the whole outside edge here. There's actually some crud on this thing that I'm cleaning off now that I see it. Alright, let me get a Scotch-Brite pad. There's some spots here where there's old oil that's built up. Or dirt or something, I don't know. The reality is, once the turret's set in position and locked down, you're going to tram the head in anyways. And anytime you move it, you probably would want to retram it anyways. That's really the problem with any imperfections in this, possibly, is that theoretically, if I've got it set like this and it's all trammed in, if I were to rotate it, any imperfections that might cause the turret to move like this, I'm over exaggerating, but could actually throw out the alignment. In a perfect world, if this was perfect with no imperfections, we'd be able to swivel the turret and it would still stay in alignment perpendicular. The quill would stay in alignment perfectly perpendicular to the table. 1, 2, 3 block and do one more shot. Right here there's a high spot or something. Right? There it is. Feels pretty good. That's good enough. Good enough. Once there's oil in there, that should be fine. Better than it was. Tonight's refreshment, blah, blah.